Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the Outer World. We had some problems with the game. It crashed and wouldn't open again, so I had to reinstall it. So we just took a little break on stream and we played some balloons. We come back into the base. We're not missing any time. Everything's fine. But there's some fucking gorilla guys up here in front of the base. I thought we might be able to take a look at them. I was talking about potentially respeccing, and we can already afford it. Like, respeccing is super cheap, at least at the beginning of the game. Maybe it gets more expensive the more you do it. Well, I was gonna say they didn't notice me too much, but then again, I didn't notice that one over there. Primal Hide. This recently harvested Primal Hide is still wet and covered in skin parasites. Properly processed at a leather facility, it could be made into some nice pair of shoes or perhaps a jacket. Worth 50 credits. It's 2 pounds. You know, in Skyrim, you do this thing where you only pick up stuff that you have a value per weight coefficient that you try to abide by. I don't know what we should aim for in this game, but that seems all right to me, dude. That seems like a decent amount of money. We have the option to sleep. I've never done it. The sun is kind of going down, right? God, that's fucking beautiful. You can even see a ship. You can see a ship flying through over there. God, that looks so good. Sleep for 8 hours, except. All right, it's darker now. Although the game doesn't seem to get much darker. Nighttime doesn't seem super daunting or anything. I imagine if this game is going to have mod support, making the nighttime darker is going to be like a top priority for modders. I don't know if it has mod support or not. I know all the Fallout games usually do. And this was made by the Fallout New Vegas developers. So we shall see. I don't know why I'm running back to town. It just kind of felt right. I'll see you guys inside. All right, we're back inside. We do have to collect some more money for the graveyard. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting to the journal. So a grave matter. We still have to go around to a few people to collect their fees. There is one guy back here. I think this is the actual cannery. Yeah, look at this building, dude. So this guy's inside. Spacer's choice. No loading screens. Hello? And a nifty little fucking elevator. It looks like this goes to the top. This is probably where you meet the corporate heads of the cannery. Alright, this is a longer elevator ride than I thought. I'm gonna put my gun down. Hey!
Sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'm just a fucking guy. I'll wait until you're finished. It's no big deal.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
I don't know. I was told oh, this is the guy who can give us our battery for our ship. I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Well, I don't work for Spacer's Choice, man. I'm just here to get a part for my ship.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
All right, so I need repairs, and I'm just looking for a power regulator, and then I'll be out of your head, out of your hair. I don't know if you have hair under that hat. Looks like you got a little sideburn action going on there. I also noticed some scars. I'll add some more to your face if you don't help me.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Well, that sounds great. Why would I fry myself, though? I'm gonna go with 3. Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you fucking help me, like everyone else in this fucking town so far?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, like who's actually living there?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think they'll like losing their power, but...
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me here is my fucking problem, bud. That's funny. Oh, jeez. So, if this production place gets shut down, that means everyone in this area is fucking screwed, right? But like I've seen with 3, I don't blame those workers for walking out. It doesn't seem like this is... I don't know. It seems like there's some improvements that could be made. Even when we walked in, they were talking about how that lady was trying to fix up the place, and it's just old and falling apart. But if they're not meeting their production quotas, how the fuck do they afford to fix it? So this is actually a little bit of a conundrum here. How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
What if she doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right. I can't make any promises, but...
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
It just turns out that my build is focused on increasing the damage of my companions, and up until this point, I have yet to have had a companion. So sure, I could definitely use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
So, I don't know how I feel about this. CMP, new manager, Scimitar. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help out in a variety of ways. Companions can provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity, and you can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Which we have. We have quite a bit of. So you coming? You want to talk first?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Yeah, because you're going to shit talk the fuck out of this guy. I can already tell. Get in here. Let's go.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office.
You think you can hear us in the elevator shaft? Because that would suck. I wouldn't enjoy that. I got to be honest with you. So I came in here to get...
Can we talk?
Oh,
Sorry.
Now we're talking.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
I had a feeling. Is this about the deserters? So what's their side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Before they left. Yeah, so what we know about this town so far is that you have to pay monthly for a gravesite. And we've been going around collecting people. Like, I don't even know if I feel good about that anymore. We've been going around collecting, like, people's money that they're scrounging for to pay for their grave sites. Unless I understood that wrong. And now, everyone works for this cannery, everyone in this town. But it seems like the boss is kind of a dick. So I wonder if we can replace the boss and keep everything going because they need money. How well do you know the deserters?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Do you know Adelaide at all? Because we got to talk to her.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
So why are they arguing? I want to know more.
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
All right. I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister.
It doesn't seem right to me
I think
either.
you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Is that the town's vicar back with the people who deserted, or is it here? What do we need to talk to him about? Flipping a switch to your power mill?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Where could we find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
All right. I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's
No,
all
I
have
completely
to
agree.
say anyways.
No, I like this companion. I don't know her name. What's her name? Parvati? I like the way she thinks. All right, she said he's on the east side of town. It looks like that's just a normal exit. Oh, I'm also tracking the wrong quest. All right, that'll do it. Journal. I guess we're gonna follow the main one, dude. Come now, come power, or stranger in a strange land. No. Comes now, the power. All right, so he's inside this building here, it looks like. Hey, bud.
Felt weird in here.
So, I know a guy who wants to do some dastardly shit. I cannot sit down in chairs, but I would like to talk to you about it.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
So, you know, we're actually talking about some pretty heavy shit here, mister. I need a power supply, and I need to be selfish about it, because I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Let's be clear about that. I'm going to leave. But I need to do it in the most ethical way possible.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
Up!
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Maybe we'll improve her confidence here. Cut off the power to the deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry. No, cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So, what do you think of her group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Well, everyone here seems biased. It kind of seems like he wants us to do it too. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right. Just talk to everybody and coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Is that even possible, dude?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
How did we find another fetch quest here? They're everywhere. You can't avoid them. How could a book be tainting the world? Why would you be after a heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear. It would be interested to hear you're after a contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
Okay. Well, you make a compelling argument, I guess.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I'm not. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value. Should they ever read it.
So, do you think this guy's trying to mind control everybody? What's this do? Does anyone know what this does? I don't want to click it. All right, I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
If I retrieve it. So they basically said, hey, go out and get this guy. for no reason. Oh, we have abilities down at the bottom. So can I can tell our companion, Pavarti, I can tell her where to stand. I don't know what X does, and it looks like she has a C ability.
I'm going.
So how do I get her to come back to me? Hold. Hey, I like that. You get to micro them a little bit. So it seems like, I'm just guessing here, it kind of seems like the book is going to be like, people are important and they shouldn't be controlled. And then we're going to get quite the opposite. I'm going to fast travel back over to the community center that we explored earlier. I love seeing intestines on my loading screens. We don't have anyone respawned yet, at least by the looks of it. So we just need to head north. All right, we did get a level up. So did these all just blossom in front of me? That looks so dope. We did get a level up, so I should put some points into that as well. We just got our dialogue up to 50. I feel pretty good about that. I wouldn't mind getting my tech skill leveled up, but I could probably use some points in leadership here. This will make it so I can use my companion's third ability. That sounds pretty dope to me. Now that our dialogue is capped at 50, I can only spend points in each of the skill trees. So I can put points into persuasion if I wanted to get that higher, or I could put points into lie or intimidate, but it's not everything that's going to be leveled up at one time. I would like to increase my ability to use my gun. That seems pretty good. I would also like to increase my tech at some point. I think moving forward, we'll try to keep divvying those out between those areas. But this seems good to me. Confirm. Time dilation location hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hits to the chest provide different effects when using different weapons. Companion abilities. You can command your companion use the... Okay, we already did that. And then we should have a perk to level up as well. This was going to give us XP. Now we can maybe get some movement speed, companion crit chance, weapon durability loss. I like the idea of just having a higher movement speed to move around. I don't know, dude. Let's do companion crit chance, since we do seem to be a party-focused build here so far. Hopefully she does good damage. I haven't given her any weapons or anything. I don't know if she needs them. And this is her... Oh, I guess I have to look at an enemy to command her to do her skill. She can't do it from here.
Stranger. We don't want any trouble.
All right, so these are the outsiders. Hello!
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
You have a great outfit. I'm actually looking for Adelaide. I need to talk to her.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm actually... I'm actually looking for the geothermal plant. Do you know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
And know that I can kill you whenever I want. So where's Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Clearly. All right. Well, I'll get out of your hair then.
Much obliged.
All right, you take care. Well, I could definitely see why this place would need power. And why routing power away from here doesn't seem like the best thing. Oh, wow, this looks cool as shit. Oh my god.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Well, she seems so fucking nice. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Well, that sounds great. So, wow, it really looks like you've made a home for yourself out here. That's great.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
So, what made you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Well, she was really nice about it. She wasn't even trying to shit talk. So is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised. I didn't know you could grow tripe in a garden. I don't know what that means. That sounds rude, though. I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here. It looks great.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
So, down to business. Sorry the voice was quiet. She just seems to talk quiet compared to everybody else. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Yeah, you're not gonna like it. Oh, man. Reed asked that you consider coming back to town, and he's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
So, really what he asked me is he said he wanted to divert the power here over to him. I assume you won't like me saying that.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
So I actually need to repair my ship. So, I need a power regulator. And I was just trying to investigate, you know, I'm not really committed to this right now. You guys could be fine, I don't really know.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Fuck, dude. So what do you have against the town, exactly?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
That is kind of fucked up. Number 2 option, I don't like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. That is pretty fucked. So, I mean, they're just trying to make a living. What do you have against that?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
I mean, you're probably right. Let's say I help you, then what happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Do you think that Reed is just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
All right, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Well, I don't have much of a conscience, unfortunately for you. So, they are ruled by a corporation.
What do you think you're doing?
Fuck! Nothing at all. Lie. Leave this conversation. I was just leaving.
Carry on.
Oh, she's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Wait a minute, I just steal it from everybody and it's fine? What the fuck? So, I mean, as far as living a life, yes, coming out here looks nice. What do they have back in town? They have tons of people protected by a wall. These deserters have just a grumpy cowgirl that stands at the end of the road. I mean, that's not safety.
Oh, that's...
Maybe they're happy, though. Can I talk to you
follow
guys?
me around before he left the cannery.
I don't think it'll let me talk to him. Oh, I need that, though.
Got it. Heads down.
Can he see me? Hell yeah, dude. Is there pickpocketing? No. Well, he's asleep, so I'll just, yeah, okay, yeah, let's not be selfish. No, let's not do that. Let's not steal. These guys already deserted. These guys already have a hard life. Let's not make it any better. Let's not make it any better. Or any worse. Let's try to make it better. I know what I meant to say. It is kind of getting dark here. I don't think there's too many more places that I can explore. Where do we think they're actually getting all their power from? Was it the greenhouse? Is it the same building? Oh, it's probably that. So I only have one destination for our quest right now. Divert power from the geothermal plant. You've delivered Reed's messages, but Adelaide refused to return to Edgewater. Head to the geothermal plant and redirect the power. So did I pretty much decide that through my voice lines with her, or could I still do the other thing? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We just need to head southeast from here. I guess we could send power either direction from there. Maybe that's... I don't know. We'll figure out when we get there. I got a lot of miles to cover. This game is actually really compact so far. Like, getting from one place to another is very, very easy. So it looks like we have mechanical sentries inside, and it looks like they're not very happy with us being here. Some combat drones in there as well. Those are a little bit more flying type of an enemy. I guess this guy would be the one to let me in normally, but he's been taken down. So, guess I'll just make my way in through here. We have a ton of shots with our assault rifle. We have our pistol good to go. We also have a stun baton and some other stuff we can use to our advantage as well. Like a fire sword. Well, he saw me. He is very tanky too. All right, assault rifle. Let's see what her ability is.
Here I go!
Nice! Whoa! She stunned the shit out of it! Dude, I like you. I like you. You can stay. You can come with us. I didn't hate that one bit. Energy cells. I wonder if there's certain kind of guns that use the energy cells, and I just don't have them yet. Another sawed-off shotgun, some health. I can't hack that yet. I wish I could. Getting my hack skill up is kind of something I really want to do. And this is an intimidating gate. Oh, can I just, no, can't turn it off. So it looks like that was most of the enemies that were patrolling around the courtyard. There might be one or two more on the other side of this building. We can see that because of our perception. Could I not see that? Oh my god, I just walked right up to it. He doesn't even care. I think they can only see what they're looking at. Stun it! Thank you. She is strong, dude. Charisma's paying off, boys. Oh, what are we fighting? Where is it? I don't know why my fire rate was slower there. Do I have a concussion or something? My screen's a little weird looking. I'll just breathe in the good stuff. Lots of loot here. Let's see. I'm going in. The geothermal power plant. That is a creepy ass loading screen. We got a vending machine. I like that these vending machines are company specific.
Control room should be off to the
Now
right.
with extra added artificial ingredients at no extra cost. So is this, oh, I bought something. Fuck me, dude. All right, we got a food vendor. 24-hour energy or 2-hour energy brew. It's like, shit, dude, sign me up. Very good armor here. It's heavy armor, though. I imagine having heavy armor will fuck up my ability to sneak around. So maybe we would just commit to that. I don't know. I don't know, dude. What's the difference between these that justifies the price increase? Helmet, Aramid Ballistics. That's who makes both of them. Level 5, type heavy. Whoever said the best advanced defense was a good advanced offense was probably wearing this helmet. Literally is the exact same thing, but this... Wait, does this one have a mod? Oh, I like that. I like that you can just take stuff out and look at it. I don't know what the diamond means. Its sell value is only 21 fucking scraps, though. I feel like we're being ripped off. Hey, I'm not going to worry about it right now. We've been doing all right with the armor that we have. Oh, I have perk points available? What? Oh, did I not fucking spend it? Yo. There you go. There's your crit chance. Sorry, team. I thought I spent that. That guy does not have a weak spot there. I did take one down. Thank you for noticing. So it looks like the main objective in this place, the place we would actually transfer the power at, is over here to the east. Maybe a few more sentries standing in between us and there. But she does so much damage. Chapter said the diamond means that it's pristine. Okay, thanks for the tip. Mind your head. I still haven't shot one of those little rats. I'm really proud of myself. Oh yeah, dude. Looks like we can hack all kinds of shit in here. This terminal is already open. We can unlock the door or look at personnel files. Warning, this facility is in a state of lockdown. Authorization password is required. Oh, this was the password that he gave us, right? So done. Opened. The guy back in town gave us that. But does this mean we're transferring it over for him? Would this be us taking the power core? Or is this what we needed to do to head further into the place? I don't know how I feel about this cutscene every time she does the smash. I mean, it was cool at first. I liked seeing the smash. But especially if, like, my main mechanic is going to be getting her to initiate for me because we're going down the charisma tree. I don't know if I want to see that shit every time, you know what I mean? It comes off cooldown really fast, though. How the fuck did you die here? Oh, he had a mod on him. Looked like a magazine increase for maybe assault rifles. A lot of loot in here. Like, as far as scavenging goes, this has been fantastic. There's some enemies on the far side. Get it in space! There's one down. Can I see their weak spots in this mode? Blind, stagger, cripple. Oh, that is really cool. So we unlocked the ability when we slow down time, we can do damage to individual parts. So if I shot him in the eye there while time was slowed, he could go blind and not be able to detect where we are. Or I could hit him in the leg and that could cripple him so he couldn't move away. That's really neat. I like that quite a lot. Pick up level head. Well, that sounds good. I don't know what level head is, but I like the sound of it. We just got enough stuff to hack one of the other things. Borrowed a copy of Your Spacer's Guide to Municipal Engineering. I think it's volume 3. I need something to read down in a pit. What? Oh, this is the terminal. Corporate just sent me a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of our mechanicals, every sentry and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand of affordable sundry across the Halcyon. It's the best. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's Choice. He left that in his own log. That's ridiculous. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run diagnostics, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in a recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago, guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, said the company knew what it was doing, ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by myself. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation. So that's what that was for. I didn't see the logic module, or did I? That sounds super shady. Still haven't shot one of these rats, although I want to. Like, this one's just sitting in the middle here. You better run away, rat. I think this is the terminal. We have a code to use. Oh, God. All right, what's the plant status? This access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Emerald Vale Geothermal plant is operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to the Edgewater Saltuna Cannery and the Botanical Laboratory. Warning, structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. So, I guess I agreed to help her during the quest and now redirected power away from the cannery to outside.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
3 switches, that'll be easy enough. What do you mean? Oh, have I not actually done it? No, I'm pretty sure I did it. I'm pretty sure I did it. What are you talking about switches for? That's weird. All right, I'm gonna head outside. I imagine that that guy won't really like that we did that. I suppose we could just shoot him in the face, though, if he protests too much. Oh, broke my leg. Wait, there's more. Oh, the routing switch. Oh, this is why she said 3 switches.
Just 2 more. What happened to
Oh,
Mr.
I thought we were heading
Did they send
out.
power to the Vale?
Well, this looks hot. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Get away!
Someone's screaming. Someone said, "Get away."
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oh, that's not steam. That's some radioactive shit. Look, it lit me on fire. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, that's just hot.
Here they come!
Oh fuck! I was like, what am I looking at? All right, get in there and smash! Okay, the other ones are coming down the stairs right now, I think. Let's see if we can blind it. Did that work? It can't see?
Everyone all right?
Does it just fire randomly then? What's this? Engineering 15, shut off the steam release valves. Hell yeah! Do we get bonus loot for doing that? Was all of this cut off? Nice, dude. Or I wonder if we had to do that. Workbench. I can repair some of my gear if we need to. Hold R to repair all. Sounds great. My armor doesn't even need it. Dope. So we unlocked this because... I guess we probably could have gotten around this way too. We could have come up and taken the ladder down. Maybe that was all covered in steam. I don't know.
Want to go?
Second switch.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Vale? Where are we headed?
What do you mean? You just posed a question. I thought we
You
could
mean
talk
about
about
the
it.
mission being...
It's supposed to be clean. It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf.
That's such a
under
good
glass.
analogy. I actually like that. Then why did you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
All right. So, I guess we're getting to the point where we're about to make a decision. Are we going to send the money off? Can I keep him stunned with this? 46 damage a swing? Hello? It must be because they're weak to electricity. I bet that's it. Look at it! Oh, she was about to die. Fuck. Can I heal you? What happens when you take too much damage? All right. The cannery's keeping people employed, but they're working in conditions that they don't like. They're paying money to a corporation so that they have the right to die. The corporation owns everything about them. I don't like that.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
How's the decision final? Couldn't you just flip the switches back? And everything would be good to go? All
Once
right.
we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Yeah, go
Do
ahead.
you understand what you're about to do?
Yeah, I've been talking about it in my inner monologue here. But I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I see your point. Reed tells me that Edgewater is going to die without workers in power. I'm going to say that.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Oh, the deserters are a community, and I can't destroy what they've built. This is hard. This game's starting you off with a really difficult decision.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
What the fuck? You can't just say that at the end? Okay, so another point we need to add is that Edgewater will only give people medicine if they are worth giving medicine to. And I think that's fucked up. That alone makes me not want to support anything that they're doing. That alone, and the fact that the old grandma lady is actually helping out sick people, and she found a way to, like, they don't need the factory to eat. She's able to grow stuff on her own, makes me want to support her more than anything else. But it's not an easy decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm really curious to see what she's going to do. Don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks.
They can go live with Grandma? That's my thought,
no
too.
No one's ever told me those words in that order.
That's my thought, too. I think that if the colony was better, they'd be better off. Oh. What am I supposed to... Is it that? I guess so. Redirect power. Warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate or severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. I'm gonna redirect power to the botanical laboratory. I'm gonna get these guys out of the clutches of the corporation and hopefully give them a better life for it. This is a very heavy decision to put onto me as a level 4 character. But we're going to redirect power to the botanical laboratory. I hope that was the right thing to do. I hope so. No takebacks. It's been done. Now get me out of here. I'm ready to leave this building. I don't need to access files. Can you open the door?
Not a peep from me.
Oh, they want me to go back there? They want me to go back to the main town? What? Reed must be furious. So I kind of thought we would be heading back to the deserters. But the game wants me to go talk to Reed. I think we're going to rub it in his face, the fact that we ruined his entire town. Which seems pretty fucked up, to be honest with you. It seems pretty fucked. Uh-oh. Hey.
You want to know what gets my bile churning?
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Yeah, sure. It's not personal. That seems fucked too. To teach you a lesson also seems fucked. I don't owe you an I want to tell him because I don't like the corporate thing. That seems fucked. To teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
He doesn't seem sincere. Adelaide had the right idea. You're all slaves to Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you. I like that one. You're a horrible person and you deserve everything that's coming to you. No, I think the corporate guys are fucking you. Honestly.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Well, that seems fuck. If you don't call your guards, they're gonna be bleeding all over this fucking power regulator. I mean, it's up to you though.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret.
You're the one who fucking called him on me.
To stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Companion perks. Your companion is leveled up and has been granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see what the available perks are. Well, we were able to intimidate him into submission.
We're done here.
It was only a few guards. I could have done that, no problem. All right, you shit. Get out of here. There's dead rats down here. That's our power regulator. We can leave this planet now. Dope, dude. Did this whole little escapade that we went on ruin our other quest? So he's still collecting fees for the grave matter? That seems weird. That seems really, really strange. Super duper strange. Well, we got the power core. We can put that in our ship. We can leave whenever we want to. I am going to try to finish up the missions left on this planet. Assuming I can find the way out of here. We have a book to pick up. We also have some people in town that we could talk to about getting money for the grave matter. But that seems a little stupid. So I don't know if I'm going to do that now since the corporation has effectively been shut down in this area anyway. So maybe we'll just go looking for the book in the next episode and then see if we can leave this planet. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take care. We'll see you next time.